So we're here. So for today's video on Survival Mistakes, it's actually Christmas Eve as I'm filming this, and I thought it'd be a nice little treat if I showed you guys how to cook sweet chestnuts. Now, a lot of you will only be aware of these due to the lyrics of the Nat King Cole song, the Christmas song. And one of the lyrics is, chestnuts roasting on open fire. So, as if by magic, I managed to acquire an open fire, and let's cook this traditional holiday snack. So while we consider these a holiday snack, some of the earliest civilizations on our planet actually ate them as a staple food source. So they're actually really quite useful. They can be boiled, they can be pureed, they can be dried, they can be ground into a flour, and they can be used as stuffing. But for our purposes, we're going to be roasting them on an open fire. Now when it comes to locating a natural source of sweet chestnuts in the UK, I need to point out something. This is a conker, or horse chestnut, and this is a sweet chestnut. You don't want to be collecting and eating horse chestnuts because they're mildly poisonous to humans. They contain something called acenin, and they can be eaten by some wildlife. So to tell the difference between what a horse chestnut is and a sweet chestnut, one of the easiest ways we can do is look at the different husks. Now a sweet chestnut's husk is covered in coarse hairs, whereas a horse chestnut is covered in quite firm spikes. And as you can see, these are quite flat and they usually contain more than one in the husk, and they have a little tail protruding out the top, whereas when it comes to a horse chestnut, that's just a single seed inside a husk. So to tell the difference, when you know what you're looking for, it's quite easy, but when you don't, you can understand why someone would get these two confused. So while we prepare our sweet chestnut for cooking, we need to ensure there's some method for the steam pressure to release from our cooking chestnut, because they can tend to explode. So, to stop the chance of a quite entertaining explosion happening again, we're going to have a means for the steam pressure to release from our cooking sweet chestnut. And to do that, we're going to take our blade and we're going to either cut an X through the shell exposing the nut meat, or we're going to go in an equator around the nut, which is a more modern version, which just makes them a bit easier to peel. So when it comes to the cooking times for these, it will take a bit of experimentation. It depends on what your cooking method is. If you wrap them in a wet paper towel and put them in the microwave, it'll take as little as 2 minutes. If you boil them, it'll take between 15 to 20 minutes, or if it's on a fireplace or coals of a campfire, it can take between 20 to 30 minutes. But what we're looking for is one to know when the shells start to brown slightly, when they're splitting, when we've weakened them, and when they're giving off that really nice nutty aroma. So while these are cooking on that baking tray, all I'm doing is coming along every couple of minutes and giving it a bit of a shake so they don't just all burn and stick to the pan. But what you're after is something like this. This is one I prepared earlier, and you can tell that it's done because it's got that smell, and I've let it cool down so I can handle it. They are easier to peel when they are actually warm, but as you can see with this one, it opens up really nicely, and you can see the colour of that sort of golden nut meat on the inside. See how easy was that to peel? And that's what we're after. We're after roast chestnuts, which tastes lovely. So, I hope you enjoyed this video on how to cook sweet chestnuts. From me and everyone else at Survival Mistakes HQ, have a good night, have happy holidays, and we'll see you in the new year. Indeed.
It's Christmas!
So it's Christmas Day and I've been given some presents. Seems I had a bit of a visitor last night. I wasn't filming it, that was totally security camera. Yeah. So we got one of those tactical stockings with some presents in it. Firstly, we've got a 5 Mistakes patch and a couple of candy canes. Now these can actually be crushed and added to hot drinks to make candy cane flavoured drinks. And they can be turned into quite interesting looking shivs. The main presents are going to be inside. So, what's this going to be? So the first thing is this year's Rough Rider Christmas knife. This American company manufactures knives in China and they predominantly produce pocket knives. And they often make knives themed around what we could call traditional American outdoor roles and occupations, like the Rough Riders themselves, which the name of the company comes from. They've got knives based on gold diggers, coal miners, and weirdly, Freemasons. Over the years they've included a number of Christmas and holiday themed knives like this one, and when I saw it online I knew I had to include it in my letter to Santa. But I didn't really pay attention to the dimensions. I was expecting a small pocket knife, but I'm pleasantly surprised with the size of this. It's literally double what I was expecting. As you can see, the handle has a rather unique holographic design, changing between two designs depending on the angle it's viewed from. And this theming also extends to one of the blades engraved with Merry Christmas. And both blades are stainless steel. Oh, I'm sorry, they're marked up as razor sharp stainless steel. Really, guys? And personally, the thing I like the most is their interpretation of the nail nick. It's a lot more distinctive and interesting than, say, on my Victorinox. Our next present this is traditional reindeer jerky, so I guess I get to eat Blitzen. Interesting fact about reindeer, actually the male reindeers lose their antlers in the winter, whereas the females keep them through to the spring to protect their young. So all of Santa's reindeer are actually female. And reindeer can travel really large distances. Their bodies are made to withstand cold temperatures. That's why they've got red noses, because it heats up the air before it even gets to their lungs. And they can run at a speed between 30 to 50 miles per hour. But the question no one has asked is, what do they taste like? Just smells like generic meat. Tastes kind of like a combination between beef and pork. It's got that gamey taste, but it's also quite a firm meat. So, yeah, Rudolph, Blitzen, Dasher, Prancer, they taste nice. And our final present certainly feels strange. I'm surprised I haven't got socks. I'm definitely spotting a theme here, Santa. This looks to be candy cane coloured paracord. Obviously it's 550 cord, there's a multitude of uses for 550 cord. It's got a 550 pound breakage strength, and because of this colour, if I drop it, I'm certainly not going to misplace it. I can use it for a sling, I can add it to my bow as a bowstring, and in fact, I've got a pretty good idea what I can use this for. there we go. I hope you liked this special Christmas themed episode of Survive Mistakes. If you did, consider liking it on YouTube. Lets me know I'm doing a good job. This is the kind of content you want me to make and you guys like to watch. Or you can subscribe to the channel. Both ways are really good ways to give me positive feedback. And if you click that bell icon, you'll know when I upload my next video. Or you can follow me on all sorts of social media and see what I'm up to in between the videos. I'm active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Reddit. So if you want your Survive Mistakes fixed in between videos to talk to me, the other followers, consider following me on social media. And as ever, there's only one way I know how to end the video. That's for me to say to you, get out there and do the impossible every day. Thank you. And one of the lyrics is, chestnuts roasting on open fire. So as if by magic, I managed to acquire an open fire, and let's cook this traditional holiday snack. Fucking ad-lib, bitch!
That was good. That was much more natural.
Do you want to say hello? And this is a sweet chestnut. Now, to tell the difference, these ones when they come in a husk get covered in very dense hairs. What?
Fibrous.
Ah, come on.
That was in your script.
Yes! Fucking hell!
So to stop this happening again, what we're going to do is we're going to take our knife and we're going to cut come on, Zoe. And of course I didn't explode her on purpose, just for you guys. Okay.
Oh, talking cat. He just shook his head and said no, he didn't want it.
And you can see the colour of that sort of golden nut meat on the inside. See how easy was that to peel? And that's what we're after. We're after roast chestnuts, which tastes lovely. Oh.
God, not me. God, fucking not me.
To get out of its shell. Now these are easier to do when they are hot, but they are also a lot harder to handle when they're hot, like most nuts. So all we're doing is and the end product ends up looking like this. I say it's like a golden nut, but if we're actually being honest, it kind of looks like a testicle. Tastes a lot better than a testicle.